oh my gosh, this person used hacked Pokemon, they are such a cheater, yada yada yada, this yada yada that. I don't have any other logical kind of argument to argue with this, but they're just a cheater because they're using hacked Pokemon. Oh my goodness, I could have totally won if they weren't using hacked Pokemon. Has anyone ever encountered someone like that? Because I've encountered those kind of people, and it's just damn near fucking annoying whenever you encounter those people. Like, it's just like, who cares if I'm using hacked Pokemon? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, seriously, I know at least a lot of people in the competitive battling community has encountered someone like that somewhere. It doesn't matter where. I know you have encountered someone like that, and you've just been like, dude, what are you complaining about? Even if these Pokemon weren't hacked, I would still whoop your ass, or some shit like that. You know, there's those people out there who just do not like it when people use hacked Pokemon. And it's like, I can understand sometimes, but whenever, like, people, most of the time, it's like people are legitimately getting mad for me using Pokemon that are they're still legal. Okay, they might not be legitimate, but they're still legal. And it just makes no sense whatsoever how people are sitting there and then they'll complain. It's like, I don't understand. I just do not understand. So, I mean, you guys know that there are those devices like Action Replay, Power Saves, Game Sharks, and then programs like POKEGEN, PokeSav, whatever, all that fun stuff. There's those programs out there that will allow you to basically make a Pokemon, and then you can like tweak it the way you want. You can give it whatever moveset you desire, and then you basically take it into battle. Now, of course, if you're a Wi-Fi battler or something like that, you usually make something that is legal, so then people don't rattle you about cheating or anything like that, and that way the match is still fair. You use a program or something to basically make a Pokemon that you just don't want to breed for, because it's faster to make it's faster to gen a Pokemon than to, you know, breed for it. Believe me, I know. I've been on both sides. Like, I've bred Pokemon back in X and Y when X and Y first dropped. I've bred my Pokemon because there was no Pokebank. And then there was the whole, you know, POKEGEN, and then once Pokebank came out, I just went straight to PokeGenning. And then when Power Saves came out, I just went and Power Saved all the Pokemon that I had in Gen 6 and just basically made them, you know, usable in battle. But people get so upset when others cheat because it's like, they say it takes away from the game. You know, it's like, oh, the game wasn't meant to be played this way. Which, okay, that's a okay argument in terms of when it comes to cheating. Okay, the game might have not been, you know, meant for that. You know, maybe we were meant to breed the Pokemon. But at the same time, though, if you're a battler, you don't want to waste your time breeding Pokemon because it just takes too long to breed the perfect Pokemon. And then not only that, but you have to breed them first. So you have to you have to chain breed, especially for egg moves. So it's like, especially if you're starting from scratch, it takes damn near forever because you have to get like a really good IV Ditto, or you got to get a really good IV baby, and with the ability that you want, and then you have to basically pass down those moves. Well, not moves, pass down the ability, pass down the IVs, and then you have to like hatch eggs at a time, and then you have to go and check the IVs. If the IVs aren't good, then you have to basically scrap that, and that goes into like a reject box, and then you have to start all over, and then it's just like, I'm spitting everywhere, and I need to stop spitting everywhere, but you guys know what I mean. It just takes forever to breed. Believe me, I know how to breed. I know how to breed my Pokemon. I'm pretty sure a lot of battlers know how to breed because we were forced to breed in X and Y. We know how to breed. We know how it works. It's just that we don't want to breed. Like, it's too time consuming. And then so that's why we basically we use PokeGen, we use Power Saves, we use all that other stuff because we don't want to sit there and breed for an hour when we can make a whole team in 5 minutes. I mean, I get that, you know, maybe, hey, the game is not meant to be played that way, but we still keep everything within legal means. So even if you look at our Pokemon, you won't be able to tell that it's actually hacked or anything like that. Like, you literally will not be able to tell. And it's just like, I don't understand. It doesn't even matter, because it doesn't matter if you breed or POKEGEN, because you end up with the same result either way. It's just one method is faster than the other. So I see absolutely no problems using programs like POKEGEN and using power saves to get stuff. The only time I actually have a problem is when people are using unreleased stuff that not everyone has. Okay, like, let's say for example, if someone brought a Volcanion to a Wi-Fi battle, I'm gonna be like, why the hell do you have a Volcanion right now? That is not released. So don't, like, seriously, don't do that. Now, of course, there are those times where I will bring like a Mega Latios or a Mega Latias to a Wi-Fi battle, but that's only after I go over with my opponent. I'll say, hey, is it okay for me to bring this? This is unreleased, but it's okay for me to bring it. You know, and if they say no, then I'll change up my team. If they say yes, then there you go. It's a fair match, because they know exactly what I'm bringing. They can just like play around it. Or I'll say, or my opponent would be like, hey, if you bring that, I'll bring this. So then they'll bring something that is unreleased as well, and then the match is fair. So, like, if I'm gonna bring something unreleased, I always warn my opponent, but most of the time I don't use unreleased stuff, because I know not a lot of people have it, or I know that like not everyone has it. And like that kind of battling, I understand. And I also understand like when people like completely just break the fucking game and they just use outrageous shit, like Wonder Tomb, for example, like Spirit Tomb with Wonder Guard, like back in Gen 5 where Fairy wasn't a thing, or back in Gen 4 or whatever. I know people would try to run that shit on Wi-Fi, and it was so fucking annoying, because they were trying to just fucking break the game. It was just like, stop breaking the game. That kind of cheating, I typically don't like, because it's just like, that's not legal. So no, it's not legal. Like, I'm okay with it as long as it's perfectly legal. If it's perfectly legal, I'm okay with it. I don't care how the hell you obtain the Pokemon, and I think that a lot of other people shouldn't care either. I don't understand what's the whole deal with hacking Pokemon into the game. There's no, I mean, you get the same result even if you breed. So why get mad? Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, I could sit here and tell you that I bred for half my Pokemon. You probably won't believe me, but I probably did breed for my Pokemon. Like, if I bred a Greninja and then I power saved in a Greninja, you wouldn't be able to tell. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. You would not be able to tell the difference between the Greninjas, because they'll both be the exact same. They'll have the exact same IVs, exact same moveset, exact same level, and you won't be able to tell which one I power saved in or bred. You won't be able to tell. You just cannot tell. So I really don't see the problem. Like, breeding is okay, but honestly, I hate breeding. It takes too long. PokeGenning and power saving is way faster. It's just so much faster. Like, you can build a full team in 5 minutes, yet you breed for like an hour and you only get like one good egg that you have to train up and, you know, get the moveset right and all that stuff, you know, and you have to level it up to a certain level, and it's just stupid. Like, it really is stupid. I don't understand. I honestly never understood why people would complain. Okay, well, I kind of understand why people complain, but at the same time, I don't, just because it's just like, it doesn't matter. It really does not matter, because at the end of the day, the Pokemon, at the end of the process, you end up with the same results. Like, you end up with the same thing no matter what you do. If you want to breed for a Galvantula, that's fine. If you want to PokeGen a Galvantula, that's fine. You end up at the same exact place when you're done anyway, so I don't understand what the real problem is with, you know, with hacking Pokemon or with hacked Pokemon, you know, using programs like PokeGen and stuff. I don't see the issue. Like, the only issue, like I said, is if people use it to break the game and make completely illegal shit. Like, that right there, or like use unreleased stuff. That right there, I can understand. I can understand that. But if it's like, if my team is perfectly legal, then what exactly is the point of arguing with me about hacked Pokemon? Like, people sit there and they try to sit there and argue and they say, oh, it ruins the fun of the game when you hack Pokemon in. It's like, I don't have fun breeding, okay? Don't tell me what ruins the fun of the game, okay? It may ruin your fun, but it doesn't ruin my fun, because I get my fun from battling. So, I mean, even though I don't battle as much, I still get my fun from battling, okay? Like, okay, you may have fun breeding. That's you. For me, I don't have fun breeding. Fuck breeding. I hate breeding. Breeding takes too fucking long. Fuck that shit. I don't want to breed. I want to POKEGEN, so I will POKEGEN. And if you have a problem with it, don't battle me. That's all I'm saying. And then you get those people who will sit there and say, "Oh, you hack Pokemon? Okay, that's fine. Let me just beat you with the team that I bred." Who the fuck cares? I don't care if you bred your team. It doesn't matter. All that matters is your skill as a battler. Like, literally, it doesn't really matter if you have hacked Pokemon or not. Like, it literally depends on your skill as a battler. Like, you can POKEGEN the most powerful team ever, but if you don't know how to use that team, then you're gonna get fucking stomped on easily. Like, that's the whole point. Like, that is literally the whole point. You can POKEGEN all the Pokemon you want, but if you suck at battling, then, well, so much for that shit. At least you didn't waste, like, 3 hours breeding for a full team, like, I don't know. I just can't stand those people who sit there and they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you with my fully bred team." Like, congratulations, you know how to breed Pokemon. So do I, but I'm not gonna sit there and waste my fucking time breeding because I don't have that kind of time. Okay, like, I just cannot stand it. Like, I'm sorry that I'm like really adamant about this, and I'm not trying to like put anyone down or anything like that. But it's just one of those things that I don't get it. I don't understand why people complain. It's like, it's a game. At the end of the day, it's Pokemon. Like, it's Pokemon, guys. At the end of the day, it's Pokemon. At the end of the day, you end up with the same result no matter what you do. If you want to breed for this, that's fine. If you want to POKEGEN this, that's fine. You end up at the same place either way. So it's just a matter of, do you have fun breeding and you would like to breed and keep your legitimacy or shit, or you have your morals, or you just want to like throw your morals at the fucking window and just build a team in 5 minutes. For me, my morals are way out there somewhere. I don't know where they at. I kind of lost track of them back in like 9th grade. So I mean, more power to you if you do breed. But honestly, you need to, like, people like breeders, stop shitting on PokeGeners and stuff. Like, stop shitting on people who hack Pokemon into the game because most of them keep the game. They keep the legality of their Pokemon. They keep their Pokemon legal, so there's really no real reason to chew them out because the Pokemon are still legal. Now, for the people who like to break the fucking game, okay, you can go ahead and chew them out. They're breaking the fucking game. But I'm pretty sure those people who break the game aren't even like aren't even that bad of people, honestly, because they're probably breaking the game with some other person who's breaking the game. So like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, if they could go break the game together. Just don't break the game in my face, because I don't know. I really don't know where I was going with that. But basically, moral of the story is, I mean, if you're a breeder, that's fine. If you're a PokeGener, that's fine. As long as your Pokemon are legal, that's good. And if you are using unreleased stuff or completely jacked up shit, then make sure your opponent is using jacked up shit too, or unreleased stuff as well. Or make sure your opponent is actually okay with it, and there won't be any problems, because we all play Pokemon. And yeah, I'm out.